Okay, so you're going to start with plain white paper. Now remember, if you don't have any paper that looks like this that's plain white, go ahead and use your notebook paper, the kind with lines, any paper that you have, any size. Maybe you have some larger paper. Whatever size you have, that is okay. Now we're going to start with our paper going horizontal, this way. Don't put it tall up and down, put it horizontal. Okay, and then we're drawing with a black crayon today. Let's start drawing these small hills that will be here at the bottom of the page. You're going to put your crayon in the corner right here, right in the corner, and you're going to go up and down like a rainbow line. Okay, make sure you go up big enough, make your shape big enough, and then we're going to make this black crayon very dark and thick. So keep going back and forth like this till it's a dark, thick line. Okay, so we're going to put 3 shapes right here at the bottom of your page. The next shape, I want you to start right about here. Okay, it's going to touch this part of this shape, and you're going to go up and down. Okay, another hill, and then go back over it. You can turn your page, make it dark, and make it thick. Remember, you need to press down into the paper to get a dark line with your crayon. All right, one more shape here at the bottom. So we're going to start right about here again, touching this shape, and go up and down into this corner. Okay, make your line dark. So go back, turn the page if it helps you. Make this line dark and thick. The next shape is going to be these green shapes right here. Another layer of small hills. Okay, I want you to draw a dot right at the top of each of these curvy shapes, each of these hills. Dot, dot, dot. And from this dot right here, I want you to go up and down. From this dot, go up and down, and then go back to this dot again, and you're going to go from this dot to this one. Curve up like a rainbow and go down to this next dot. Okay, so from this dot, you're going to go that way to that dot. Up, down to that dot. And from this dot, you're going to go to this dot. Up, down. These are like rainbow shapes. Then the last curve, you're going to go up and off the page over there. Now we're going to make these lines dark and thick. See the difference? This one's thicker. These are our new lines. So you're going to go back over the line, trace it 2 or 3 times to make it thicker and darker. Okay, we're not using pencil today. We're just using crayon. So go over it and make it thick. Okay, what's next? We have 2 rows of hills down here at the bottom. Now we're going to start making the mountains. Okay, so I want you to put dots in the middle of these shapes. Right here a dot, here a dot, put another dot here, and another dot here. Dot, dot, dot. 4 dots. So the mountains are going to start getting taller. So we're going to go up, and look where we want to end up here at this dot, okay? And then go down to that dot. Okay, you can make your mountains pointy or more curvy at the top. You decide. So from this dot, we're going to go up, and then start going down. You want to go to the next dot. Down and touch that dot. Okay, that's 2 mountains. Now I'm going to start at this dot. I'm going to go up and end up at this dot. Up. Do you want it taller or shorter than the one next to it? I'm going to make it really tall this time. And down to that dot. Okay, just like all the other shapes, we want to go back and make it dark. Up and down. Now don't be sloppy. Make sure your lines are careful. Trace it and make it dark and thick. Okay, then we have, see there these three mountains here? We have some little mountains in between. So right on here, and these are going to be shorter. I'm going to put a dot right about there. It's going to go up and down, a short mountain. Up and down. Make it dark. Okay, and then in between these two big mountains, I'm going to put a little mountain right there. In between these two, another little mountain. And then on the side, you can skip it, or you can decide to put another mountain on the side. It could look like a little curve like that. How are your mountain shapes? Okay, now we're going to do the shape of the sun with the sunshine filling up the whole sky. So that's going to start with this little circle first. This little circle here. So somewhere on this side, put a circle, not too big. Okay, then you're going to leave some space and put another circle around it. Now if it starts to touch the mountain, you're going to hop over that and continue the circle. Okay, then go back around it. Same thing, all your lines for this art are going to be dark, thick black lines. Okay, that's the start of my sunshine. Now I'm going to keep putting curves around it. So up here, it's going to get a curve. Go down whatever space you have on your paper, but if you get to a mountain, you're going to stop, hop over the mountain, and keep curving up. Okay, so we're thinking of circles getting bigger and bigger around that first little circle. Okay, then I'm going to have another curve that's starting down here, and then a hop over the mountains. Pretend that curve is going like this, but I'm going to hop, hop, hop. And okay, then we're going to continue making these curvy shapes across the sky here, across the top of your art. So start at the top of one of these mountains and curve up like this. A curve like this. Leave a big space, curve up again, leave another big space from the top of the mountain, curve up, and curve up. You can probably only fit 1, 2, 3, 4 curves across the sky right there. Alright, this is the shape, the lines of the sunshine going across the sky. Okay, next we're going to add color. Now remember, the top half is going to be the warm colors in the sky for the sunshine. The mountains and the hills are going to be the cool colors, purples and blues. Now you can use any combination of markers or crayons to add color to your drawing. I want to show you one way to add color with marker. If you have these markers like this, they can make thin lines when you use the tip of the marker, or if you hold the marker down to the side like this, look at this big, thick line that you can use to add color to your drawing. Maybe you want to get an extra piece of paper, put underneath like this, so that you don't get any color on your table or your desk. Because you want to go right off the page like this and add color. Turn your page to help you get all the different shapes. You can do one big shape like this when you hold the marker down to the side and you go line by line, put the lines right next to each other, and then it fills up your space so quick and the colors look really nice and all filled up. You want to keep adding color till you cover up all the white bits of the paper. Okay, I have one more blue shape to do down here. Next we're going to do these shapes here, some more small hills, in green. Do you want to use crayon? Do you want to use a green marker? I'm going to use crayon. Instead of trying to color the big shape like this in squiggle marks, try going in a little patch like this and then stop and do another little patch right next to it. And press down so you get a nice dark green color. So I'm going to do a little patch at a time. Keep going and going and going. See what happens if you put lots and lots of crayon right on top. Keep going and add a lot of green. Cover up all the white spaces. Don't leave any white paper showing. Alright, so we're going to make these shapes here green. Remember, when you're watching these videos, you can always pause, rewind, go back and look at something again. Lots and lots of green. What's another color in the color wheel, the cool side of the color wheel? We did blue, we did green. Now we're going to do some shades of purple. See how many different kinds of purple you have in your supplies. I've got a purple crayon, a purple marker. I have a couple different shades of purple. Take a little extra piece of paper and see what kinds of purple you have. You might have 2 different kinds of purple. Not red, don't use red. That's going to be up in the sky. Okay, I found 2 shades of purple and a purple marker. So let me start with the marker. When you hold the marker to the side, you get a big thick line. Look how I can just put big thick lines in this space and add color. Try and go in one direction. See how I'm doing that? Right next to each other, and then I'll fill in the edge. Don't leave any white bits showing. You can fill up your color really fast with a marker like this. Okay, then I'm going to use crayon. Change the color and show me what different shades of purple you have. That's a little bit different. And I'll do this side like that. Okay, so keep going, adding purple in all these tall mountains. Okay friends, I finished with my purple mountains. Now you have to be patient with this project and make sure you keep going till you fill in all the spots. This project has lots and lots and lots of color. All right, let's start with the warm colors on the color wheel to do the sky. Red, orange, and yellow. So look in your supplies, pick out all the reds, orange, and yellow. Maybe you have colored pencils, that works also. I'm going to look for all my red, orange, and yellow. Let's start with red in the circle. I'm going to try a colored pencil this time. Okay, so remember what I told you, work in little areas, like a little patch, and then move on to the next area. Turning your page, keep going until all the white parts of the paper are covered up. Orange, I'm going to use a marker next for this one. This space is going to be orange right here. I'm holding the marker on the side. Look how I'm turning the paper as I go. Around and around, we're doing the sunshine in the sky. Okay, yellow. Yellow is the next warm color in the warm color family. Yellow. Okay, and then I'm going to repeat. Red, orange, yellow, till I fill up all the shapes in the sky here. All right, so I'm going to continue with my color. I'll catch up with you when I'm done with this sky. Okay, how's it going with your color? Did you fill up all the spaces? You can always go back and add more blue if you need to. With this project, you're getting good practice adding lots of color, filling up your spaces and covering all the white paper. What's this type of art called? When the artist draws or paints the world around them, the things you see outside. What's that called? That is landscape art. Landscape. and we use the two sides of the color wheel, the warm colors in the sky, the cool colors for the mountains and the small hills. All right, I hope you had lots of fun using these two color families.